This video is kindly sponsored by Dashlane.
Your dead grandpa stole my truck. Some context. My grandpa passed away a few years ago from small cell lung cancer. Although it's been kinda hard making it by financially without him, we have been doing relatively well. My grandpa left us some stuff when he died, but the most important and most treasured belonging of his was his 1983 Dodge Ram pickup truck. I mean, this thing was his baby. He never let anyone else touch it, not even my brother, whom he trusted with everything. Put simply, our financial status left this truck as our only means of transportation. We lived in the middle of nowhere, so we couldn't walk to any stores or anything. Okay, sorry to ramble, let's dive into the story. So my mum and I were shopping for groceries at Walmart. We parked the truck near the front and saw some weird people staring us down as we got out. Unbeknown to us, these people were HD, humble dad, and EM, entitled mum. I didn't think much of it, and my mum didn't seem to care at all. We locked the truck and went inside. I noticed that the entitled mum was following us at a distance. I couldn't tell if it was intentional or coincidental, so I paid no mind to it. We only saw her a few times, but right before we were done, I saw her leave. As we started to head to the checkout, I noticed the humble dad and entitled mum talking to each other outside the doors, giving us occasional glances. At this point, I felt like something was up. After we finished purchasing and bagging everything, we headed outside to see the humble dad standing next to the truck, looking in the window with his hands pressed to the glass. EM was standing next to him, looking over his shoulder. We walked over and confronted them. The following conversation ensues. "Excuse me, what are you doing to my truck?" The humble dad backs off the truck. "Oh, sorry, I was just admiring it. What is it, an 87, 88? "It's an 83, we've had it for quite a while." The entitled mum then says, "Really? We used to have a truck just like this. That's neat, huh, Joker?" Oh, Joker is the original poster in this situation. At this point, my suspicions are confirmed, so I say, "Mum, can we get heading out? I'm getting really tired." I actually was pretty dopey due to my meds, so I wasn't lying. "Yeah, we do need to be getting home. You guys have a nice day." "Hold on a second, where did you guys get that truck?" "It belonged to my grandpa. He passed away a few years ago and left it to us." "Do you know exactly where he bought that truck?" "Yeah, he bought it from a dealer in 1982. "I don't think that your grandpa has been telling you the truth. You see, he stole our truck from us." "No, he didn't. My grandpa bought this off the showroom floor. He didn't steal it from you." "That isn't true. We lost our truck a while back and he took it, and now we want it back." "Sorry to disappoint, but you aren't getting anything, lady. I was a little girl when my dad bought this truck. My mum and I even went to the dealer with him." The entitled mum then starts screaming like an effing banshee. "Stop lying! You were going to give back our truck, or else I'm calling the police and having you arrested for grand theft auto." My mum then starts to get in the truck and tells me to get in as well. "Don't even think about leaving with our truck." She then grabs my mum by the arm and yanks her out of the driver's side. The truck doesn't have separate seats, but rather one large bench-type seat. My mum falls to the ground and then EM takes the keys and starts to get in the truck. I walk up and clock her straight in the jaw, making her drop the keys, which I happily pick up. "That truck belongs to us. We can finally give our son a working vehicle, and I won't let you stop me." A police officer then pulls into the lot, notices us and drives over. He gets out of his car. Thank God that this particular police officer was an awesome guy and was super chill.
What seems to be the issue here?
"I just had to pull this lady out of our truck because she tried stealing it from us." My mum gets up and leans on the bed of the truck, clearly hurts. The officer helps her up. He then looks at me.
"What's your name, bud?"
"My name is Joker."
"I presume this is your mum, correct?"
"Yep, that's my mum. We tried to get in our truck when this lady pulls her out of it." I explain the ordeal to the officer, having to talk over EM's screams and remarks.
"Can you verify that this vehicle truly belongs to you?"
My mum says, "Yes, I can, officer." She then gets into the truck, pulls out the insurance card and registration. They both have my mum's name on them, which she compares to her driver's license. The names and everything match, of course.
"Okay, this definitely is your vehicle."
The entitled mother interrupts the police officer, damn near throwing a tantrum. "She is a filthy liar. She stole those from me." She then reaches for my mum, to which the police officer blocks her. She gets mad and slap right to the police officer's face. The police officer is officially done at this point. She gets tackled to the ground and handcuffed, all the while kicking and squirming.
Mom, you already assaulted both a civilian and an officer. You clearly attempted to steal their vehicle from them, and now you are resisting arrest. You aren't getting out of this one.
The police officer puts her in the back of his squad car. The EM turns absolutely demonic at this point, yelling profanities and acting literally insane. Luckily, she was weak and couldn't do any real harm. The police officer apologized for the trouble, shook my hand and gave me a pat on the back bro hug. Again, super cool. He left, leaving the humble dad by himself. I'm really sorry that you had to go through that and that I didn't help to calm the situation. I didn't want to seem like a bad guy being with her. Plus, it would have made it worse if I went against her. We left on good terms. The story had a happy ending. Needless to say, we pressed charges against her for assault and attempted theft. She is now in jail for a while. Now, some of you may be unfortunate enough to have encountered entitled parents such as this crazy woman, or even have one yourself. We all know how they can ruin lives, but that doesn't mean you can't live your best life online with Dashlane. Dashlane offers a safe, simple and affordable way to store and fill your passwords and personal information. Dashlane Autofill makes logging into any website incredibly safe and easy. Just click login and Dashlane will do the rest. Even better, if you're making a new account, let Dashlane generate a 100% secure password that you will never have to remember. It does it all for you. That means you can log in with a single click every time. Also, it has an incredible VPN service which can encrypt your data at the push of a button, allowing you to choose any country you would like to virtually be in, so you can access content from across the world which would otherwise be blocked. The onset of Article 13 makes having a secure VPN like this one as important as ever. So, download Dashlane today on Chrome, the App Store and Google Play on all your devices so you can be safe 24/7. You can use it on your first device for free by going to www.dashlane.com/Redditor. Then, if you want to upgrade to Premium to use Dashlane across all your devices, you can use my promo code Redditor to get a discount off your first year. You can't have a new tattoo because you're grounded. So, I was at a tattoo convention and I was paying for my girlfriend's tattoo, and she is very particular. But this story isn't about us, it's about the artist we chose and two pissed off beach ladies. Just a little more backstory, bear with me. We go to these cons a few times a year and stumbled on some out-of-state artists my girlfriend fell in love with. We've gone to them whenever they had a booth, even one time without knowing. They've even started to recognize us the last time we saw them. They are a group of about 5 or 6 artists and my girlfriend has gotten tattoos done by 3 of them. One year, my girlfriend was getting our puppy's paw print on her arm when a mother and daughter came to the booth fuming like a smoke bomb. This mum looked like she freaking lived on the beach. Bright blonde hair, skin so tanned it was just a couple shades from looking like leather. The daughter was a spitting image of her mother. They even dressed the same. In my opinion, these are the worst kind of people. EM is entitled mother, ED is entitled daughter, and TA is tattoo artist 1 and 2. The entitled mother asked to see the tattoo artist that did her daughter's tattoo the previous day of the convention. Enter this petite mid-30s lady with multicolored hair and loads of facial jewelry. She had done one of my previous tattoos a year or 2 before. EM gets in TA's face, yelling that she screwed up her daughter's first tattoo. She then berates the tattoo artist, calling her a terrible person for ruining her daughter's life. TA is clearly the anxious type and has a little panic attack, and is on the verge of tears and is very apologetic. I thought she was going to pass out right there. Then we finally get to see the tattoo. The entitled daughter opens up her shirt and just over the left breast was the most washed up butterfly I've ever seen. This thing looked old. The outline was a bluish green, the colour of the wings were almost yellowed, I think it was meant to be a blue butterfly. The edges of the tattoo were a bit inflamed and it looked infected. I've heard some real horror stories with bad ink and dirty needles, and this horror show would be a prime example number 1. The site put the tattoo artist in a frenzy. She was bawling so much and offering all the treatment ointments they had in the booth. Even went as far to offer her another tattoo at no cost. This thing was jacked. The ED applied a little ointment and said it burned, which is not a good sign. All this time, my girlfriend is getting nervous of her own tattoo. Then the entitled daughter starts whining. Now, I don't remember the exact conversation, but I'll try my best to recreate the scene. All of my friends laughed at me at the party. I was so embarrassed. I had my cutest bikini on and everything. It was then that the tattoo artist doing my girlfriend's tattoo finished the outline and stepped into the fray. She put her arm around the first TA, still sobbing. Excuse me? What? This party you went to, was there a pool? Of course there was. As if we knew that. The first tattoo artist perked her head, shocked, and then let out a huge sigh of relief. She knew what would come next. What does that have anything to do with this? Sweetie, be honest. Did you go swimming? The entitled daughter suddenly realizes what the tattoo artist was really asking and got nervous. Just a little? Me, my girlfriend, the artist, and everyone, and I mean everyone within earshot of the conversation, audibly cringes. One passerby even started to laugh loudly. EM is very confused as to why. Do you know what pool water can do to a fresh tattoo? You are lucky your skin isn't worse off. Honestly, it wasn't very smart to go swimming before it healed. Now, this was a poor choice of words. The entitled mum comes in. Are you calling my daughter stupid? I'm saying if she had only took better care, this wouldn't have happened. Well, we weren't told that. The first artist is now reborn with a fiery passion and steps in. I did tell you, I remember you now. You were too busy on your phone yesterday to pay attention when I told you about the aftercare. I even gave you a bottle of ointment for free yesterday and you left it. You were so rude to me when I was talking to your daughter about that tattoo. This is not my fault. EM is now shocked and a little nervous. Well, I don't remember that. You probably just did something wrong. Leave now. The entitled mum gave a quick "you're gonna be sorry" and leaves. Both the tattoo artists are so hyped up from the situation, they asked to take a smoke break. My girlfriend didn't mind as she had been in the chair for a while and wanted to stretch. I was still in shock over what happened. A few minutes go by and both of them return and apologise to us. They told us how rude the two were the day before. Apparently this tattoo was a late birthday present and they wouldn't shut up about it. We're putting the EM in the past, but of course this story isn't over. Some random person, excuse me, a monster of a man is standing at the edge of the booth. Big and strong like a pro wrestler. He had a full sleeve of tattoos and some little ones on his neck. Believe me when I say he was scary. He looked like he could eat a bear and ask for seconds. I could spend all day describing him, but this story is too long already. I think Big Guy was written in an early draft, so I'll just call him BG. I heard you were rude to my wife. Of course, this is EM's husband. She and ED have the most smug faces watching from a safe distance. The entitled daughter yells, "That's them, Daddy, they ruined my tattoo." He stares down on everyone at the booth. Is that true? Even his voice was scary. Yes, they were rude and won't fix it. Which one of you did it? The first tattoo artist was nervous once again. Sir, we told your wife that we aren't responsible for the aftercare of that tattoo. Your daughter went swimming and that's what caused the damage. I did nothing wrong. Well, that was stupid. He scowls for a moment and he gestured for his wife and daughter to come over. Well, they're gonna fix it? Miss, even if we wanted to fix it, until it heals properly, we'll just make it worse. Then give us the free one, you said. It's the least you can do. The big guy then says to his daughter, "Daughter, where did you go last night?" She looked like her life flashed before her eyes. A perfect, oh snap face I will never forget. Weren't you going to Random's house? ED can only muster, You didn't lie to me, did you? EM is now a little nervous too. Darling? The big guy then says to the tattoo artist, "Excuse us." The family moves away from the booth and everyone is holding their breath, awaiting what comes next. The entitled daughter walks up to the tattoo artist with her head down, looking like she's gonna cry. "I'm sorry." Everyone is stunned. "For what?" the big guy yells down the alley. "I'm sorry for saying you ruined my tattoo and I should have taken better care of it." And then she timidly asks, "Is there anything I can do to make this better?" This is in reference to her tattoo. She was asking for advice. The artist is a little dumbfounded. Sure sweetie, let me get you something. And I know some artists in this area that can fix that after it's healed, okay? She hands her a business card. The entitled daughter is now sniffling. "Thank you." One of the male artists behind the booth says out loud to the big guy, "Your wife should apologize too. She made that tattoo artist cry." BG looks at his wife and she's rolling her eyes and gives the most robotic, "I'm sorry." The big guy gave her a gentle nudge and her tone changed, but not that much. "I'm really sorry. Now about that free tattoo you offered?"
No.
"But?"
No.
"It's okay, Mum. I just want to go. Sorry, Daddy." The big guy gets all the aftercare information from the booth and they leave the area. While Edie was probably in a lot of trouble, I still saw the big guy hug her and smile as they left. EM looked defeated and kind of embarrassed. "Sorry that was so long. My girlfriend's tattoo came out great, by the way. It's her new favourite." Wherever the artists are now, I hope they know how awesome they are. Remember to check out Dashlane, today's sponsor, and never forget a password again. Check it out for free at dashlane.com/redditor.